I think one of the first big things the Lord did for me, even before we got to Africa, was just radically showing me how it's not up to me to make it happen. He swept in with his own miraculous provision. Because when we first started, way back in December, when Alan Shelley came, and I saw the pictures and saw the camp and thought, I want to go see that. I want to see Isaiah 61 in action. I found out the cost was $3,500, and I thought, there's no way. I don't have that. I'm not going to be able to make that happen. And I remember John D. and Sue asking me, well, if you had the money, would you go? And I said, yes, I'd really love to, but there's no way that's going to happen. And they said, well, just press into it, ask him about it, and walk in that direction. And so I started asking the Lord, is this what you have for me? And he kept confirming that the answer was yes. But he also said, you're supposed to ask me boldly and then let me bring the provision to you, which was a big step because I've always had a hard time asking the Lord for big things. I think back when I was little and I heard that verse, you have not because you ask not, but you have not because you ask amiss. I thought, I'm going to ask for the wrong thing and get completely smoked. And so be careful what you ask for. And the Lord's going, no, that's permission. Ask me for big things. But he also made it very clear that I was supposed to ask him, and I could tell the story and say that I had a need, but I wasn't supposed to go, give me money. He was going to be the one to bring it in. So he did. Through a couple of sweet friends, he brought in a little bit. But then the majority of it, he just brought in through supernatural ways. I got laid off and had a huge severance check. And I was looking at this check going, this is coming into my hands on the deadline of the day that I've got a big deposit due. Is this for me or is this for Zimbabwe? And if it's for Zimbabwe, what am I going to live on? And somebody at Bible class said, if you get a job tomorrow, you'll know it's for Zimbabwe. And I'm thinking, right, that's going to happen. And sure enough, the next day, my best friend calls and her grandparents needed somebody to care for them. And it took 2 weeks of wrestling and 2 weeks of going, Lord, I'm not sure, and can I really let go of this money? Is this job going to come through? And that is the job that I got, and I was able to use a large portion of that for the trip. And he just kept coming in very surprising ways like that. And I think the takeaway for me has been, it's not all on me. He really will provide. And it's a journey I'm still on. He's still going to provide for me now that I'm back, not just because I was going on a mission trip.